What is up, everybody? It is Thursday. You know what that means. It is time for another episode of GWP Wrestling News. It's the midweek break. We're going to get caught up on everything going on right now. So you'll be even more prepared for Sunday's podcast live right here on YouTube. Don't miss it. And if you want to make sure you don't miss it, make sure you subscribe and turn on those notification bells. All right, let's get right to the news because I got quite a bit this week to cover. So let's just get into it and minimize me. We'll start right here. This was something we already basically knew, but let's see if it digs down into it a little more. This is from SB Nation. It sounds like most of WWE's video library will be missing from Netflix. The WWE Network went away in the United States in 2021 when they did their big money deal to get everything on Peacock. Let's see. Last month, WWE sent a notice to its international subscribers about the end of the network, emphasizing that Netflix, will be the new exclusive home of WWE per WWE. This means Netflix will bring WWE's electrifying content all to one place, including weekly shows, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, plus premium live events such as WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam. Many of WWE's top moments, along with historic PLEs and select programming, will be available on Netflix beginning January 1st. Oh, I can't read today. Naturally, there has been some concern about just how much of the video library is making its way over to Netflix for international subscribers in January. Dave Meltzer now says that most of the WWE archives won't be available on Netflix, at least not in the first half of 2025. Internationally, when everything moves to Netflix, how much of the library are we? Meltzer explains there will be about 40 pay-per-views available to stream on Netflix, seemingly picked at random and not much else. That's kind of weird. On January 1st, when everything starts, they're going to have, interesting. The tape libraries of non-WWE promotions will be missing altogether from Netflix, at least during the first few months. So 7 or 8 more pay-per-views will be added to Netflix in March as this very, very slow rollout continues. So I guess they're going to slowly continue adding stuff, but that's kind of sad. I hope they get good. I hope everybody gets really involved in it, and then they're like, okay, we need to get more of the library on here. We need to really think about this. So I don't know. So this won't affect WWE fans in the United States as long as the Peacock deal is in place. But okay, so we're still going to have everything on Peacock until that deal runs out. Interesting. All right. Moving on. Very quickly, TNA Wrestling owner Anthem Sports and Entertainment appoints a new president. Let's see. Announced that sports executive Carlos Silva was named president of the company. I'm not going to read that full press release. Not at all. But anyways, new president over there. So wish they hadn't got rid of Scott D'Amore taking care of TNA, but that's for another day. All right, backstage note on the return of WWE's Winged Eagle title belt. Guys, I did a short about this yesterday. If you haven't seen that, make sure you check that out. At least I think that's what this is about. Or I think this is what that was about. Interesting. As we reported earlier here on EWN, E-Wrestling News, by the way, WWE is reviving the iconic Winged Eagle title belt for a special moment at Saturday night's main event show. This event will air live on NBC, and Peacock will feature Cody Rhodes defending against Kevin Owens. The special gift from Triple H, which is believed to be the Winged Eagle belt, will make an appearance for one night only. Embrace the idea of nostalgia marketing by incorporating classic title designs like the winged eagle and the big gold belt while rebranding them with modern WWE logos for commercial and promotional purposes. So this is going to be very interesting. This is not what we're going to see. I can promise you that. But what is interesting about this is this is a potential to create some moments that possibly get made into action figure form with these special one night only titles. So I'm excited. Saturday night main event is going to be amazing. I'm super stoked for it. All right. Speaking of big names who haven't been on WWE TV in years are returning for Saturday night's main event. We definitely talked about one of these names that was announced. Jesse the Body Ventura will be on the announced team. I don't know if it'll be the whole show or part of it, but definitely going to be on part of it. I'm super excited about that. If you missed that, it was on the podcast this past weekend. Get caught up on that and then be ready for this Sunday's podcast live 7 p.m. Central. All right. Let's see if we're going to name anybody on here. Just make us keep guessing. Rhodes has teased bring a special piece of history with him to the show. Reports has booked Ted DiBiase, Jimmy Hart, Tito Santana, Greg Valentine, Coco Beware. Wow. I just keep getting more and more excited about this. Saturday night main event. All right. And next up, something else that we're really excited about here at GWP. The planned date for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Title Tournament Finals revealed. So let's see when we're getting the finals. It all began on December 2nd. Let's see. Sources state that WWE is currently planning on having the finals of the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament take place on the Raw Netflix debut show. Okay. And I believe that's deserved because the way they announced it was absurd. They didn't even do it on television. They did it beforehand, and then right before or right after a commercial break later in the show aired where they announced it. I didn't appreciate that. Big Intercontinental title fans here at GWP, just if you didn't already know. All right, moving on. The Wyatt Six next potential feud in WWE revealed. All right. Currently locked in a fierce rivalry with the Final Testament. It seems WWE already has their next big storyline lined up. According to a report by Viper of PWN, the Wyatt Six are set to feud with the Judgment Day once their storyline with the Final Testament concludes. Okay. I don't know who will be left of the Judgment Day to deal with this because I really think that we're about to see Finn Balor leave Judgment Day. I don't know. I could be wrong, and they keep him in it, but it is rumored that he's about to get a big singles push. So, very interesting. Yeah, of course, they'll eventually triumph over Final Testament. And now, here's the thing with this, though. What they need to make sure they do is not wait a month and keep the Wyatt Six quiet to start it. I mean, a week or so is fine, but they don't need to let it cool off. That's why this whole feud with Final Testament is not hitting like it should. All right, moving on. Really? Okay. To this one. WWE's Bronson Reed posts positive update following surgery, but rumors about procedure leave me with one major question. Okay, so this is dismiss. Cinema Blend. So Big Bronson is on the mend. Let's see what we can find here. Bronson Reed shares positive update. Okay. 2024 was the year Bronson Reed made himself a star in the WWE, and I eagerly look forward to him further solidifying his spot. Unfortunately, a gnarly injury at Survivor Series led to surgery and a major question I have about his career. I don't. This is, as Triple H has already suggested, it's looking like Bronson Reed will be missing a chunk of 2025 schedule. No, this is the worst news. Um, when it comes to appearances on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Even so, the wrestler seems to be in positive spirits following a successful surgery as others prepare for the new year. Bronson Reed's tsunami dive from the top of the cage at Survivor Series was awesome, but proved unsuccessful in taking Roman Reigns out of the match. Even worse, Reed landed on his feet, and the impact put his right ankle parallel to the mat. The injury required surgery, but Reed's attitude from the hospital really. I mean, the last time I click on anything from this. Oh, here we go. I love it. Big Bronson Reed on the road to fuck shit up. That's awesome. I hate that he's going to miss the first part of 2025. This sucks. Um, I don't know. Let's see. Will he be ready for WrestleMania 41? Let's see. Many months of recovery in a vague phrase, and a search online shows that recovering from foot surgery can look different for many people. Don't think he will be out of action for years, and this will be like Big E's neck injury. That said, I do think there's a strong possibility we see him left off the card for WrestleMania 41. This really sucks because he really has blown himself up and created something big over this past few months. So this is the worst news, but it is time to get into some rumors. So let's move on to rumors. I am trying to not make a 20 to 25 minute episode tonight, so that's why I'm moving really fast. I apologize if that's not cool for you guys, but I'm trying to get a lot in here. So, all right. WWE rumors: Charlotte Flair may be back for Saturday night's main event. Oh shit! Okay. Charlotte Flair is a name that's been very hot in the rumor mill lately. The Queen has been out of action for over a year now after she tore her ACL, MCL, and meniscus in a match with Asuka. I'm sorry, that's not funny, but damn. I mean, if you're gonna hurt yourself, I guess do it right. Jesus. Recent reports suggest that Charlotte was expected back on WWE programming by the Royal Rumble, but the latest rumblings on her status say that she'll be back much quicker than February 1st. Wrestling Insider X account WrestleVotes Thursday said that the multi-time women's champion could be back in the mix as soon as this weekend for Saturday night's main event. Woo-wee. The belief for some time is that both Charlotte and Becky would return to WWE programming in time for WrestleMania season. There's no concrete timeline for the man. By the way, when she does return, Becky will not be the man. She will be a new character. Lynch did attend the Netflix event earlier this month, but there's been no update on her reaching a new deal for her to return to the ring. Although her presence promoting the Raw premiere coming up on January 6th is obviously a good sign. So I hope Charlotte does show up this weekend. Cannot seem to get any more excited about Saturday night's main event, and then I click on another article and I get more excited. So very cool. I hope so. Becky Lynch, I'm guessing that we might possibly see Becky Lynch on the Raw Netflix debut. However, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. That is my prediction. And it's certainly not a spoiler because I don't know how well I can predict that. And she may just be around to help, but the fact that she's helping promote that makes me think that they have a deal in place that is very much being held under lock and key that nobody's going to know about. But We've said this many times on the podcast. If she comes back, great. Love to see Becky Lynch back in the ring. If she doesn't and she stays home to be a mom, absolutely freaking great. So either way you go, let's see what else we got. Moving on. More rumors. Today's WWE and AEW rumors. This is from the Sportster. Let's see here. Goldberg definitely wrestling one or two matches in WWE. His opponent may not be who was teased. So Goldberg is reportedly set to make his return in early 2025. He's expected to compete in one or two matches before officially hanging up his boots. I hope they're not going to pull this and let him retire at WrestleMania or something like that. I don't think that's what needs to happen, but we'll see how it goes. You can let me know your opinions. If you're a Goldberg fan, that's great for you. And if you want to see him retire at Mania, I'm happy for you if that happens. It's not what I want, but hey, it's wrestling. We can't all have what we want. Details about his potential opponents remain unclear. The decision to bring Goldberg back allows him to have his farewell match or matches while also giving WWE a marquee bout to promote and a high-profile show. Yeah. Is Logan Paul retired? He says he's a dad now. So let's see what we got. Logan Paul has fans buzzing after a recent statement suggesting he was retired. Speaking on his podcast, Impulsive, Paul was asked if he would be at WrestleMania 41 and said, "I'm retired. I'm a dad, bro." The initial reaction to this news is that Paul is just trolling fans and isn't seriously hanging up his boots. While attending a WWE media event for Netflix, Paul shared that he recently put on his wrestling tights and felt a wave of nostalgia. Describing the moment, he said, "This was goofy, but I put on that outfit and I was like, oh yeah, my wrestling outfit. I hadn't put it on in a couple months and I felt good. I felt at home." Back in October, Paul also teased fans with the possibility of taking a new opponent if he returned to WWE television, fueling speculation about potential comeback. So, again, the same thing when it comes to Logan Paul as I said about Becky Lynch. If he does retire and stay home to be a dad, that's great for him. Is that what's going to happen? Probably not. There's a lot of money to be had with him being in WWE. Like him or hate him, when he gets in a WWE ring, he puts on one hell of a match. But if it is not a work and he's not trolling everybody and he does stay home and just be a dad, I'm happy for him. Good for you. Not everybody can just say, "I've got the money. I've got other things going on. I don't have to do this. I can be a dad." And not everybody gets that opportunity. So if you take that opportunity, good on you. If you don't and you do what you need to do and go back to WWE, I look forward to seeing him in the ring. I don't look forward to seeing him talk, but hey, that's what I can do. WWE thinking twice about hiring Ray Phoenix. Oh, apparently the tweets he's been sending out, they're not liking. This is rumors, by the way. Ray Phoenix, a standout luchador in AEW, has reportedly caught WWE's attention. First, it was because the company was interested in hiring him when his AEW contract expired. Now it's because there might be a second thoughts. Reports are that WWE isn't sure about what to do after Phoenix shared and later deleted tweets that hinted at dissatisfaction with his current employer. Phoenix criticized AEW for mistreatment, particularly regarding his medical clearance and health concerns. While his tweets were swiftly removed, the public airing of grievances reportedly raised eyebrows within WWE. I'm not going to go through the rest of that, but the fact of the matter is these guys that stay in the public eye do have to be careful what they post on social media, unfortunately. It should not be that way, because if it's your social media, you should have the freedom to state what you want to state. But that causes sponsorships to get lost, which really I don't think should be legal. But that my opinion. Don't read too much into that. I don't have any sponsorships, so. All right, so that's going to do it for this edition of GWP Wrestling News. I tried not to make it 20 minutes. I failed, but that's okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If there's any news or rumors that I missed, please let me know down in the comments. If you hadn't already, smash that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe and turn on those notification bells because, like I said, you don't want to miss the podcast. It happens every Sunday, 7 p.m. Central, right here on YouTube. So make sure you check it out. Also, check out the other two channels under the Gladiator banner. And I'm talking about Gladiator Toys for all of your other toy reviews and content. And check out the Chase Collector. That is the other half of Gladiator Wrestling Podcast. That is his channel where he shows off all of his Chase figures and his other collection and shares some wrestling content. So make sure you check out both those channels. Show them some love. Let's spread it around. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Gladiator out.